got off the ship yesterday. 600 of those passengers went to Travis Air Force Base. 120 took a chartered flight to Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Georgia. About 100 went to Lackland Air Force Base in Texas. 130 took a chartered flight to the UK, and 3 were taken by ambulance to hospitals for non-coronavirus-related issues. And like I mentioned, Cal OES tells us that disembarkation has already started this morning. The goal is that the 1,000 passengers that are still left on that ship will be all removed today. Yesterday, passengers were called to be taken off the ship by color-coded groups.
At this time, we are announcing that it's now time for luggage tag Silver 1. Silver 1 with the following exceptions.
Total Princess Cruise Line says that there are 1,400 passengers that have gotten off the Grand Princess cruise ship as of 7 p.m. Tuesday. So there are about 400 on Monday and 1,000 yesterday. And there are still about 1,000 passengers left and 1,100 crew members left on board. The journey does not end here, though. Passengers will next head to their 14-day quarantine. 2 women on board who have been documenting their trip on YouTube say they're trying their hardest to stay positive.
We have been trying really hard, and it's not that we're pretending to be upbeat. We really are.
We are.
Because if we're not, we're going to go someplace where we do not want to go.
Right.
So we have to be. No, we are not joining.
In addition to those Air Force bases that we did list off, officials say up to 24 passengers are being taken to a cluster of buildings at Silomar State Beach in Pacific Grove. The passengers are said to have mild symptoms that don't require going to the hospital, but because of that, they can't go to Travis. So they'll stay in Pacific Grove away from the public and continue to be tested. So far, none of them have tested positive for coronavirus. Like I mentioned, there are also about 1,100 crew members on board. They'll stay on the ship and be taken to an unknown location for their own quarantine. 19 crew members who tested positive for coronavirus were said to be asymptomatic and still on the ship in isolation. Now, back out here live, you can take another look at this ship. We've zoomed in and we can see a couple of passengers that are standing along the balcony. Of course, this is a much different scene than what we saw just a couple of days ago when there were crowds and crowds of passengers all across the balcony. So, of course, this is a good sign. That means that there are fewer passengers on board. There are about 1,000 left. And really the goal is, according to Cal OES, the goal has always been that on this 3rd day of disembarkation, that is when they'll have all the passengers off the ship. Really hoping to get that done today, but they said at the very latest, then by early tomorrow, they'll have all the passengers off that ship. At the Port of Oakland this morning, Sarah Zandanam, KTVU, Fox 2 News.